Hello everyone, this is Brandon Kacar again with another Let's Talk video, and this is my first video with, well, a guest. This is my buddy, Brandon Kacar. Brandon, say what's up?
How's it going? How's everybody today, or tonight, this evening?
Right, well it was like 12:30, but whatever.
Right, or this morning.
Yeah, so the thing is that I'm a martial artist, and I've known Brandon for a long time, and I've trained him in martial arts and other martial art materials and things like that. He is also a security guard, and so what I'm going to first break down, hopefully this video is not too long, if we have to make 2 videos, so be it, is, well, first off, I'm going to talk about how I feel that when people say that martial arts or pure martial arts or kung fu doesn't work in a street fight, I want to say why I feel like, in my opinion, that's not right or correct. Not saying that there's anything wrong with people feeling that way. And then what I would also like to talk about, or Brandon's going to take over and talk about why he thinks that law enforcement should teach more hand-to-hand combat skills, especially security, since they don't get a gun or anything like that. Not that, they need one, because I don't want them shooting anybody, So anyway, or anyone, yeah. So first off, when people say that martial arts do not work in a street fight, my counter argument, or my counter thing I would like to say is, if martial arts did not work and if people did not believe in them, then they would have not studied them, and they would have not came up with these styles, these forms, these katas, these different ways and philosophies and teachings from years way back then until now, even teaching today, if there wasn't a belief or philosophy in it for it to work. Now, I will say this. When it comes to mixed martial artists, boxers, and things like that, who say, when it comes to a fight, most fights are going to have people swing wild or have them swing, with more simplicity. And, if mixed martial arts or simplicity of boxing or whatever, the simplicity in it is what will help you. But in reality, there's not a whole lot of simplicity. You got to learn how to use your body, how to, put it all together. You have to learn how to bob, weave, get out of the way, so there's a style to that, right? And so that works, and that works in a street fight. I've seen plenty of street fights where boxing and MMA because we're in a street fight, and then I've also seen plenty of street fight videos where martial arts works in them as well. So the thing is that, okay, yes, in martial arts we do practice a lot of fancy moves, okay, but that does not mean that those fancy moves will always work in a street fight. We glorify them in movies, okay, that's just what we do. But the reason that we train in those fancy moves is so that way we can learn how to get out of a different situation with a different movement, or will help us keep us centered in learning how to quickly pull off the very simple moves that are very effective, that can help defend somebody who knows martial arts in the street fight very quickly. So when it comes to my fighting or my fighting style in martial arts, I would say I am a mixed martial artist. But when I say that, I don't just confine myself to just MMA, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and all that. I actually mix pure kung fu in with my training. I've been practicing martial arts since I was 5. So, I like to mix in, Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun, a little bit of Hapkido, Aikido, just all these different styles. Look, and I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to say, oh, well, I'm this and that, because, I haven't, fought in forever. I haven't sparred in forever. I'm still, just training, just still, teaching him here and there. I'm not saying I'm a BA, and I'm not saying I can beat anyone up, but from what I do know is that I'm very confident in defending myself and defending what I know in martial arts based on having that pure kung fu. So here's a real good quick example. I'm gonna let him talk in a second, sorry. But so when it comes to Wing Chun, we learn to keep our center line, right? Well, learning how to keep my center line from Wing Chun has actually helped me with my boxing, because I transferred that into my boxing, hence mixing my martial arts styles together. So, it helped me learn how to keep it more linear, how to keep my shoulders in tighter, because you have to keep it in all tight when we're doing cheese out, we're doing whatever, doing all that fun stuff. So and sometimes like if someone's like throwing a jab, if sometimes I'll like throw up like a parry or like a little block like this, or like we call that a fruit block, like an outside block, and like that helps me. Like what you can do is you can do a fruit block and then do a slip at the same time, like basically if you know how to mix them right, then you can use Kung Fu and you can use martial arts in a street fight. But that does not always mean that you're going to be able to use that fancy stuff, because in street fights, they're aggressive, and they're going to fight you aggressive, they're going to come at you aggressive. When someone's coming at you in a street fight, they're not messing around, they're trying to hurt you. So that fancy stuff might not always work, but if you can pull it off quick and you can pull it off fast, and if you know your biomechanics, and if you know yourself and you know your strengths and weaknesses, and if you know how to use somebody's biomechanics against them, like I've been training and know how to do myself, then like knowing that stuff might help a little bit, especially if you mix it with simple martial arts or simple styles that really do help out. So that's basically what I want to say. So Big View records about 8 minutes of video. We're on 6 minutes, so I'm gonna let him talk for about 2, then we'll make a second one, because I'm pretty sure he has a lot to say. So in your opinion, as a security officer, why do you feel that security should learn hand-to-hand combat?
Well, for one, security, you're law enforcement. Yeah, security, you're hired on by security officers is hired on by individual contractors on certain private properties. So you're hired on, like certain companies or certain. Well, let me make it easy for you guys. There are 2 types of securities, okay? You have a private security, which you can be contracted, licensed through the county or your whatever area jurisdiction you're assigned in or living in, whatever, your residence. And then there's governmental security. That's basically, it's what we use in law enforcement terms, post-C certification. It's basically your police academy graduate certification forms showing that you actually lawfully, legally graduated the police academy, and that you are eligibility qualified to carry a firearm, defensive devices, and all, etc.
We have about 30 seconds left before our next video.
Okay, so you're basically certified to be a law enforcement officer, whatever, through the states, county, city, whatever jurisdiction.
Okay, we're gonna pause this and we're gonna go to the next video. Sorry.